Archit's journey is a true inspiration. From the halls of DAV Amritsar to the prestigious IIT Kanpur and finally to the esteemed Stanford University in US, his path has been marked by excellence and perseverance. With each step, Archit has pushed the boundaries of what's possible, driven by his passion for learning and his dedication to his craft. Today, as a PhD in artificial intelligence from Stanford University, he stands as a testament to the power of hard work and determination. His journey is a shining example of what can be achieved when talent meets opportunity, and we couldn't be prouder of his accomplishments. Archit, your incredible journey is a beacon of hope and inspiration for us all.
I want to give some of this ambition or the credit to large language models. We have started generating large-scale robotic data sets as well. So there's been a lot of recent exciting progress in this topic, and we have OpenX embodiment, we have RS-20T and Droid, which are data sets where we try to cover a lot of robot morphologies, a lot of different tasks we want robots to do, and a lot of different scenes and with a lot of different objects. Now the question is is this enough data? Have we solved robotics in some sense? And one thing that is important to note here is that all of the data sets that we've seen thus far are collected by humans. So every single trajectory that you see in the data set was collected. So the defining theme in this talk is going to be, can we get robots to learn and interact with their environment with minimal amount of human supervision? And that's a lot of words again, but really all I want is I want to let my robot fiddle with the environment, leave it unattended. I can go play, I can go swim or whatever. And I just want the robots to learn by themselves and me not being there. Okay, so hopefully the motivation is clear here. Now what we want to do is match the expert distribution. So we want a policy and where the policy visits states, which is represented by the blue dots, and it wants to roughly match the region highlighted in pink, which is row star, which is the expert states. FBRL is the algorithm I described earlier, which is a forward-backward RL algorithm, and simply the backward policy is trying to reset to the initial state distribution. Okay, so how do we fix this? Obviously, I'm not the first one to think of this problem. People have worked on this, and there's a very intuitive solution to this. It's roughly in the regime of forward-backward RL. And the idea is that in addition to learning a policy that solves the task, you also want to learn a backward policy that allows you to retry the task, and you can interleave those policies back and forth so that you can keep trying the task again and again. To minimize human intervention, we should proactively request an intervention. So instead of human trying to find that the robot has failed, we should try to request an intervention when the robot fails autonomously. So this would minimize the number of interventions. And that's all I'm going to say about this. There's a lot more that I'm happy to talk about later, but yeah. Algorithm is, but it's usually just easier to see what happens in the real world. So this is a very simple task where we're trying to hang a cloth on a hook, and really now the forward policy is going to try and it successfully did the hook thing, and the backward policy is going to reset the cloth so that the forward policy can try again, and it will go through this process several times. And really that's the key idea, is you want to be able to try the task again. So in this scenario, it's actually not able to do the task anymore. It has failed to grasp, and because it failed to grasp, backward policy doesn't have much to do. Now the forward policy is going to try again, and it failed to complete the task. So the backward policy will actually reset the task for the forward policy to try again, and it will now successfully hang the cloth. So this is really what you want. I'm not resetting the environment, and it's sort of doing its thing. I can sometimes. Before I go on to acknowledgements, I want to do the Q&A first. But that's the end of the talk. Because there's a lot of people that helped me through this. So yeah, first I want to thank all my collaborators here, who made all of these works possible that I talked about. If I had more time, I would put all my collaborators here who I've worked with, because this is a smaller subset of the people I've worked with. But really, what makes this PhD cherishable for me is all the people and all the cool projects I've worked on. I really want to thank the committee. It's truly an honor to be defending in front of you. You've all been an inspiration to me, and seeing being able to just defend in front of you gives me a lot of joy, and hopefully it'll go easy on me in the next hour or so. And thank you for so much for being flexible or and like being easy to schedule with. I think this was really helpful. Actually, I haven't prepared much, but I was a young fledgling kid when like I first met Chelsea. I had weird thoughts, I had weird ideas about research, and Chelsea would just look at me, "What are you talking about?" So, but like I mean, she gave me an opportunity. She gave me an opportunity to be here, and I really cherish it. Like, I want to say like a lot of my taste in research is something that I developed because of you. And I think that's something I'm going to take with me even after I graduate, even when I like choose projects or anything in life after. So I really want to thank you for that. Guys, I can like give a whole defense talk about the lab just by itself. So I put together as many pictures as I could. So honestly, this was the best lab I could have asked for. People are cool. We have fun. We have a lot of banter in our lab meetings. But we are also there to help each other out. So I feel like you guys really made me enjoy my PhD a lot. I cannot even like describe like all the events. I would love to talk about each of these photos, but like it's just a lot going on. So thank you for being there. Thank you for like helping me become who I am in some ways. So I really appreciate it. Every single person in this slide, I've been friends for like more than 6 years. So some of them even go as far as like when I was 6 years old. So there's friends from my undergrads, friends from my high school, and friends from like the Google residency program as well. And there's a lot of changes that happen in PhD. There's a lot of uncertainty you go through, and having like these rocks with you, which are like some source of stability, it's just been great. So yeah, I really want to thank you for being there through this journey as well. I'm going to start talking a bit about family here, and like this is some of my extended family, like I mean, and people like who've seen me grown up, like I mean, who like basically feel like parents to me. And even though like sometimes when you're there and you're not necessarily like able to like talk about things in a way like that everybody can understand, like I mean, but they're still there for you, and then in a lot of little things in little ways, they're like know what I need in the moment. So I really want to thank them for being here and like helping me get to where I am. My whole journey into like, being educated or like having some education or being like striving for like academic stuff, like is definitely like something that I credit to my parents. They taught me to like take risks, but also be like considerate of other people as well. They taught me how to work hard, and that's something that I've like taken my entire life. So it's very safe to say like if I'm here, if whatever I've achieved and like whatever I will achieve, like in no small way it's because of them.
This PhD defense brings my journey at Stanford to an end. It's been a privilege to study at some of the world-class institutions, both for my undergraduate at Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, and for my doctoral studies at Stanford. It was always my dream to study at the best institutions, improve my understanding of science and technology, and be the best version of myself. And I feel both these places allowed me to grow.
Dr. Archit.
I saw you were wearing it. I noticed that. We can think about it. And meet some amazing people. It was long and hard at some times, but this journey was worth it in the end, and I feel really grateful to be finishing this journey at Stanford.
Thank you, dear son Archit. Your journey has been incredible, and we as parents are super proud of you. And I'm sure you're going to make us all proud as the citizens of this holy city of Amritsar, as well as all the residents of Punjab and India. Thank you so much, Sunny boy. All the best to you.